Hey y'all, and welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out another one of my videos. Today we're going to do another casual Katie get ready with me. I feel like it's been a while since I sit down to actually film one of these, and this week has just been pretty crazy for me, very hectic, and today has been a little bit long and exhausting, honestly. As I'm putting the kids to bed, I was like, I really just want to sit down and play with some makeup, so that's what we're going to do today. It's a brand new palette to me, and I'm excited to finally be able to sit down and share it with you guys because this was sent to me by the brand, and I figured as I do my makeup, I could also talk to you guys about my wavy hair journey and give you guys a bit of an update because I have gotten requests from people asking to, let them know how it's going and what products I'm using. So I figured it's been a while since I last chatted with you guys about trying to explore a wavy hair journey for my hair and see if my hair is indeed wavy and how it, behaves as I treat it differently. So that's what we're going to do in today's video, give you guys a little update. And yeah, let me go ahead and show you real quick the palette we're going to be using. It is from the brand, I believe it's pronounced Actias Luna Cosmetics. I'm sure you guys are going to correct me down in the comments. Feel free to if you want to let me know how it's pronounced, how to break that up. Actias. I'm sure it's just so much more beautiful than I can ever pronounce it. I struggle with pronunciation. It's so bad. But anyway, they sent me this palette, and this is the first palette that they have launched with their brand. It's just a really, really pretty palette. I remember talking about it in Will I Buy It a long time ago, thinking it was just so very beautiful. I love how they sectioned it off, and the colors, it just looks so very pretty. So it's definitely has the vibe of what I'm going for. I was thinking about going super colorful, but I was like, you know what, I wanted more of like a soft colorful. So I feel like this is definitely going to be a palette to give me that. And I'm also going to go ahead and use their brushes because they launched these brushes as well. They're like a set of mini brushes. Let me pull them out in this nice little mini, I'm sure it's like faux leather, I honestly don't know, but a little leather like bag, and then all of these brushes right here, little perfect travel size type of brushes, and it looks like they have 3 or 4 eyeshadow brushes and then a couple little like face brushes. I obviously won't use the face brushes that I just dropped on the floor. I'm not gonna use the face brushes today, but I will definitely use all of the eyeshadow brushes that I can. So yeah, with all that said, let's go ahead and roll the intro and then we'll get right into it. Okay, so I have a bit of a plan for what I want to do. I think I'm going to stick to a very yellow, or this is more like mustard than yellow, but a mustard to pink crease. And then I'm going to put more of a green and probably this gold on the lid. I feel like that'll be really pretty. This to deepen out the outer corner, this to blend it out, and then this on the inner half of the crease area. So that's my plan. I feel so bad that it's taking me this long to get into this palette. It's so very cute. Like I said, I was really impressed with it. It was very sweet of the owners to send it to me, and here I am months later finally getting around to it. So I am so sorry, but hopefully better late than never. Anyway, let me go ahead and I want to jump into this antenna, I believe that's antenna shade right here. I'm gonna put that on the inner half. So I had meant to go back to my videos and see when I first talked about starting a wavy hair journey to see exactly how many months it's been, but I feel like it's been at least 4 to 5 months. It was kind of like getting into summer, I feel like, that I started. So it's been a long time. And I feel like I'm just like either super slow to transition or I'm just very lazy, but for whatever reason I feel like I haven't made a ton of progress when it comes to my hair. Now I'll definitely say part of it is due to the fact that I want to go get my hair cut to make it shorter. I'm not cutting and chopping it completely off or anything, super short. I just don't personally like super short hair on me. I've done it once or twice, and I don't know, I just like a little bit of length and weight to my hair. Anyway, but I do want to get it trimmed kind of like around, probably above my bra where my hair stops in the back is kind of what I'm thinking, just to make it more manageable. And in doing that, I feel like it'll really help my curls stand out, because as it is now, they show up really well after the shower and when I first kind of set my hair and do all this stuff to my hair, and I'll talk about the products in a minute. But once my hair dries, because I don't blow dry it, I just don't have the time to blow dry it, and I don't have the patience to sit there and blow dry it. And I also do feel like, I don't know, the blow dryer doesn't probably cause a ton of damage, but it is heat on your hair. And before I started my wavy hair journey, I didn't even like do flat iron or curling iron or any heat on my hair. So I wasn't really crazy about starting to do the blow dryer, even though it was diffused and whatnot. I wasn't crazy about, starting that because my hair just doesn't, I don't really use heat on it at all, and I liked it that way. So anyway, I did it a little bit in the very beginning, trying to blow dry with a diffuser my hair to really set everything in, and it definitely showed up better then. But like I said, I just don't have the time nor patience to sit there for as long as you need to get it dry or even semi-dry to help the hairstyle lock in. So I always just let my hair air dry now. Okay, that looks really pretty. I feel like I'm way too bright. I feel like I say this every time. And then when I go to edit, I'm like, Katie, you're not too bright. And then when I see myself fix it, I'm like, no, you're too dark and I have to fix it on the computer if you just left well enough alone. However, I do feel like I'm a little light. So editing Katie, don't get mad at me. I'm just gonna play with the lighting a little bit. Okay, I didn't even touch the camera. I actually did my ring light. Okay, now we're gonna go into Nocturnal, which is gonna be on my outer edge. I'm gonna pack this on, as I just said, the outer edge, outer corner, and just lay it right down. That first shade went on really nice, and this shade also too. Very nice. This would have been a good palette for me to use in the summer / spring. I feel like this palette really does make me think of spring. So kind of kicking myself that I didn't pull it out sooner as we approach fall. But honestly, these two colors together are definitely very fallish. So maybe it just looks lighter in the pan because putting it on, this is a rich tone that I'm working with right here. So anyway, don't feel like my wavy hair journey is going that well because I don't feel like I've made a whole lot of progress since when I started. But I've definitely learned a lot. I've tried a lot of products and I definitely am discovering, you know, the type of stuff that I like, that I feel like is, you know, works and whatnot. And I figured I would talk about the products that at this point is pretty much what I use every time I take a shower and anytime I want to refresh my hair, which I guess I should preface by saying I feel like a lot of people who are in the wavy hair and just have wavy hair, do the wavy hair routine, they tend to do like refreshes where they fix their hair like every day. And then they wash their hair more than once a week. And I tried that in the beginning, to be very diligent at refreshing my hair every day and washing it at least twice a week. But I just don't have the time and I just couldn't keep it up, honestly. So at this point, what I do is I wash my hair once a week. On a good week. Sometimes it's a little bit longer, but I try to wash my hair once a week and then I kind of do everything to my hair on a wash day. And then the rest of the time, I pretty much live with my hair in a braid. One, because I think it does help with the curl. I feel like, you know, keeping it in a braid keeps the curl pattern or the wave pattern to my hair after putting all the products in. But two, also, it's so long at this point, I just feel like I want it out of my way. So maybe, I don't know, maybe once I cut it, I won't be living in a braid as much, but it's definitely my preference right now because my hair is just so long, it gets in the way. So anyway, that's pretty much been my routine. And then if we're going somewhere special or I want my hair to be wavy, what have you, you know, going out and whatnot, then I'll refresh. So I'll only refresh like maybe once or twice a week. All right, I'm gonna go on with the fluffier brush. These don't have names or anything, but this is the fluffy blending brush. I'm gonna take Hidden and I'm gonna use that to kind of meld these two together because it's a lighter pink. This is a bit of a bigger blending brush, so I'm going to try it on this side. If it's too big, then I might switch it to a smaller brush. But this is like the perfect shade to blend out the darker tone. Like this is a very effortless look. This is kind of what I was needing today. I feel like I've been running around sweating a lot outside because today is pretty hot. I mean, it's not terribly hot, but there's also was like no clouds in the sky really today, so the sun was just beating down. The kids and I were outside. So I just kind of, by the time nap time came around, I was like, okay, I just want to take a break and just do something very relaxing and fun for me. And I didn't really feel like editing because I'm pretty sure I'll fall asleep if I try to sit down and edit right now. So doing my makeup on camera was the perfect solution for me. And it's definitely helping me to feel like I'm getting something of a break from the busyness of this morning. And honestly, this week has just been a little bit busy and crazy. But anyway, yeah, I think that a blend was like perfect. Like, did you see how quickly I got that blend? This side I went up a little bit too high, but I'm pretty sure this color will blend it out. And yeah, this blending brush is a little bigger than what I prefer, but it's definitely workable. It's not that big of an issue. I just have to be careful that I don't do my usual self and just go ham and take this way too far. So anyway, with all of those kind of disclaimers out of the way, I guess I could share with you guys the products that I'm using that I'm really enjoying, and I plan to continue and see how they, you know, I'm going to keep on this routine whenever I do finally get in to get a haircut and see how it helps my hair, because I feel like the routine I have will be really good once my hair is short enough to not get weighed down. And I feel like then it'll really spring up, but only time will tell. But regardless, I just think these products are really nice. Even if I'm not going for like super straight hair, I just feel like my hair is very silky and healthy with using these products in my hair. I've been really enjoying it. So anyway, I have noticed though, one thing I will say is, because before I started my waving hair journey, I didn't do anything to my hair, anything. Like I would wash, shampoo and condition once a week, and I didn't put anything in my hair. Occasionally I would put dry shampoo in my hair, but I didn't put any kind of conditioner, any kind of creams, anything to my hair. And I will say like that, it'll, you know, my hair I feel like is so much more softer and just feels, I don't know, just better. But also too, I do feel like I have to regularly clarify because I am using more stuff on my scalp and on my hair. I definitely feel like if I don't clarify every other week, is tends to be what I do, or if you know it's been a busy week and I used a lot, I might do it once a week. But if I don't clarify, I definitely feel a little like the itchy scalp coming on. But honestly, not bad. It's just something that I noticed because I am using products now. I have to kind of keep on top that I'm also, you know, clarifying and using a clarifying shampoo every now and then. Okay, so now we are ready for the shimmer. I think that looks really pretty. I was thinking of just sticking the green, but now, and then doing the gold on the inner corner, but now I'm wondering if I should use some of that gold on the lid as well. Let me go ahead and use some glitter primer. I had someone comment in a recent video I uploaded of a tutorial, a menagerie ink tutorial, of asking like, so I put eye primer on and then when I do the shimmer I put eye primer on again, and I guess I kind of do. I didn't really think of it that way, but I use like an eye primer, or in this case it's specifically a glitter primer. I use a sticky primer to help the shimmers adhere better. Okay, so I'll go ahead and show you. I was thinking of doing this on the lid because I just want to use all 3 colors. That's so pretty, so intense. If it shows up as intense as it does in this swatch, but this one also looks super pretty. There's also this green. I could use that for the inner corner. That's a little bit of a different tone. You know, I'm gonna use this all over the lid, and I'll use this on my inner corner. Maybe I'll bring it up and do that kind of like cutting my crease look, or not, you know, cutting into my crease, kind of haloing out my shimmer. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, so first off, the shampoo that I've been using that I've been really enjoying is just from the Not Your Mother's line. I just grabbed the shampoo, but it's the Curl Talk. I use the shampoo and conditioner, and also I've used the curl mask a little bit too. I like how it's just a pouch. It makes it, I don't know, easy and flat. But I've used all 3 of those products for in the shower whenever I clean my hair, and I've been really impressed with all of them. I feel like this is maybe not the most like intensely deeply hydrating, because sometimes I use this just in place of the conditioner because I feel like it's a little bit more moisturizing than the, you know, regular conditioner. But I don't know, I don't see it as like a super intense mask. Like if I'm wanting to really go and give my hair a really hydrating mask, I tend to pick something different like this from Kristen S. This is the Ultra Hydrating Curl Repair Mask. I like this to leave in, whereas I feel like the Not Your Mother's, I don't know, I feel like it's just, it doesn't do as much in the hydrating department, so I kind of treat it as just a typical conditioner. Does that make sense? Not like a hydrating mask, not really a hair mask, more just a conditioner. I don't know if I'm making sense, but that's how I use it. And I really like them. I think they're really solid products. They're not too expensive, and especially since it's shampoo and conditioner, which I feel like I go through pretty quickly considering I have such long hair right now. It works for me because I'm just washing it out. So I don't know, in my eyes, I'd rather spend more money on the stuff that I'm putting in my hair and leaving in my hair, like the stuff I put on outside of the shower. And then, you know, maybe go a little bit more affordable on the stuff that I'm just putting in for a couple minutes and washing out. Oh, and I forgot to grab, but the cleansing shampoo that I use is from Hask. I'll leave a link down below because I didn't bring it over here. I was going to bring it so I could show you guys all, so I didn't have to insert any pictures, but I'll leave that link down below. That's what I do. Like I said, every other week typically, unless my hair just really feels like it needs it, then I might do it 2 weeks in a row. There is that. That is a beautiful green. I really like that green. It's like shiny, it's got some spark to it, it's very opaque and pigmented. So anyway, yeah, that's what I use in the shower, and then when I get out, I typically just put, like I said, I'm going so low maintenance right now, I just put in some type of leave-in conditioner and a curl cream and some gel, and I call it a day. Every now and then I'll try and experiment and put something else in, but more times than not, those are the 3 things I do, and then I'm done because I don't know, I just don't have a lot of time. Usually when I take a shower, it's late at night, and I know my hair is going to take a long time to dry anyway, so I'm just kind of wanting to get in and get done. So you know what, I want to go ahead, I don't know if this is going to work the best. They have a pink in here, a pink shimmer. I'm thinking of putting it to mesh the 2 together. I don't know how that'll work though, because it's so light. Oh yeah, that's going to be too light, I think. Let me tap that out and see. Just something to put on the green, because the green is so intense and beautiful. This is not saying this to be a con at all, but I just like a soft kind of gradient from, you guys know me, from the shimmer to the matte in the outer corner, and I feel like the green is just so stark. So I was thinking maybe this pink might help it. I don't know. We're doing it, and look at me, I'm using my fingers. Okay, I think that looks cool. So there's what it looks like. You have to tell me if that pink was a mistake or not. If it was a darker red, I feel like it would have totally made sense and gone, but it being a lighter color, I'm like, maybe not. Who knows? Maybe you can't even tell, but anyway, moving on. Let me go ahead and dust off my under eyes. They're not bad at all. I'm going to do my lower lash line, and then I'm going to stop for a wing is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that off camera. I'm just taking the darkest red and I'm gonna buff it out underneath. So anyway, yeah, when I get out, those are the three things I do. And I've really been enjoying this line of products from Curlsmith. I like Curlsmith as a brand. I've only tried this. I have the multitasking conditioner, and then I also have the memory reactor spray. I couldn't find it right before sitting down, so I'm just telling you that I've been using that a lot, the spray, because it's really been helping kind of reactivate my curl memory, I guess you could say. But I really like the brand as a whole. They've got really solid products from what I've tried, and I just picked up a couple more products from Ulta to try that they had on sale. It was like a set. Definitely expensive, but I feel like it's a little bit, I don't know, more reasonable, this brand. I've tried a couple more higher end brands and they just seem like so very pricey. So anyway, I decided to kind of stick. I like this brand. I like the smell of their products, how their products work. So I'm kind of splurging on this brand. And that's kind of where I'm sticking to. But that's not the only one I use. I also use the Kristen S. I'm using their Curl Leave-In Cream. I've really been enjoying that as well. And then to finish off, I use a gel, which I am using right now, the Curl Defining Jelly. And I use another one. I forget the name brand, but I'm almost out of that one. But I use just some kind of gel. Once I have the leave-in conditioner and then the curl cream in, the gel is like my last step where I crunch it all out and then or scrunch it all out and then I just let it sit and try not to touch it until it's dry. And that's all I do, and these are the products that I've been using, and I feel like I get nice results, and especially since, like I said, I live with my hair in a braid. I've been making sure I sleep with my hair in a braid so my hair doesn't get too like knotted and frizzy as I sleep. I feel like it's really helped the wave stand out. Maybe it's cheating to use a braid, but like I said, I live within a braid, so anytime I'm going to film, right before I sit down to film, which is again what I did today, I just took my hair out of the braid I had it in. It all looks knotted right now, but I just took it out and I feel like it has a nice wave pattern to it, and it's good enough for me. It's good enough for me sitting down to film these videos, or if I have to run to the store. And if it's anything more, then like I said, I'll do a refresh, which I guess I could tell you. Whenever I do a refresh, I wet my hair down. I typically add more conditioner because I feel like that's something my hair can just use every couple days anyway. Keeps it from getting too dry. And then I'll use a mousse at that point. And this is, I really like this one. This is the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Curl Activating Mousse. The cover broke during shipping, which is the most annoying thing because I'm always losing it, but they did replace it. I'm just trying to finish this up as best I can before getting the other one, but I'm looking forward to having a new one so I don't have to deal with this. Okay, let me go ahead and stop here. I'm going to do my wing. I'm going to do a brown wing because I feel like that'll kind of go better with this look than a stark black. I feel like brown will really complement it. So let me go ahead and do that off screen so it just doesn't take me 5 years, and I'll be right back. And I'll go ahead and also do my mascara. Yeah, I feel like the brown was a good choice. It's, I don't know, it just complements the tones of this palette, I feel like, a whole lot more than a black does. Maybe that's just me. So now I'm gonna take that gold, which also looks as intense. Something I've noticed as I'm looking at it, that the green and the gold have the same intensity to them in like swatching them and whatnot. So I'm assuming the gold is just gonna be as intense as this. But the pink and then this green down here are a bit softer, almost satiny, though I wouldn't call them like a true satin. But as you can see here, like this is the one I used on my lid. Then these two, like they just have such a softer appearance to them. Terrible swatches, I'm sorry. But I mean, still shiny, but there's just a softness, not only to the color, like a more pastelishness, but also a softness in any kind of sparkle or shimmer shine. It's just a bit more finely milled is how I would describe it. So anyway, I am gonna go ahead, you know what? I'm gonna take this tail wings real quick, the softer one. Let's put it underneath as a little pop of green. That way we can actually use one of them to see what they look like. Because I do wanna use the gold as my highlight, but I want to use one of the softer ones just to see what it looks like. Okay, so anyway, I was trying to think of where I left off. I'm so scatterbrained today. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I think I share with you guys all the products I've been using. Those 3 brands are the main ones that I've kind of settled on. When I first started out, I was trying, like, I feel like a different product from a different brand and just kind of like throwing it all out there to see what I liked and what I kind of gravitated for brand wise, and what products I felt like were worth more money, what products I felt like was worth spending more money, what products I could maybe go a cheaper route that I felt like were still really good so I could save some money. And I feel like these 3 brands are the ones that I've landed on that I'm sticking to pretty close now with the Not Your Mother's Kristen S. I really like her brand as well, and then Curlsmith. I really like that brand as well. Those 3 brands are the ones that I use pretty much exclusively between the three of them. That's all I've been using, and I've been really happy with them. Yeah, see, I feel like color-wise, like I'm not saying it's softer as in like color, like sheer or anything, because I feel like the color really stands out. It's just in the amount of sparkle and stuff. It's a very finer one, so it works really well in this aspect because it's not like chunky or anything. It's very smooth, and it's just more softer. I'm not mad at it. I'm just so excited to continue trying this palette out because I feel like looking at it, I was like, oh, it's very soft pastelish, but I feel like this is a pretty intense look. I don't know. I'm very happy with it. So let's go ahead and use that last brush in the, not the last one in the set from the brand, but the last eyeshadow brush in the set from the brand. I'm going to take up that Luna shade, the gold, and I'm going to press this onto my inner corner. I got a hair. Whoops. So yeah, I've been just kind of coasting right now when it comes to my wavy hair journey. I feel like I'm just very busy slash not super inspired to spend a lot of time on my hair because I am so busy and it is so long. I've just been hemming and hawing when it comes to cutting my hair. My husband has already said like to me a million times, Katie, make the appointment, but I'm just so terrible at it. I don't know, the thought of like planning a day where I can get away for a couple hours to go and get my hair cut, I don't know, I just don't find it enjoyable, so I just keep putting it off, and I'm like, oh, you know, long hair, it's just there, it's fine, I don't need to cut today, and I just keep avoiding it because, I don't know, I just don't find going and getting your hair cut a relaxing or enjoyable experience, so I've just been putting it off. So one of these days, whenever I get around to finally cutting my hair, I'll feel like I'll be a little bit more inspired and motivated to do more with it. But right now I feel like I've got this routine down where it's like the lazy girls routine, doing the bare minimum each time, and I get, you know, especially keeping it braids, I get enough of a wave that whenever I do, when did I get green here? What on earth? See, this is why I don't use my fingers, y'all. I make a mess. Anyway, whenever I do want to take the time to go and kind of refresh my hair and style it, I feel like I get a nice little wave in there, and I'm learning more about my hair. I'm learning more about curls and whatnot, and, you know, learning about products and how to use them, because I feel like that was the biggest learning curve for me, is knowing how much product to use, because, you know, everyone talks about how much products to use, but everyone had like at least half the length of mine or less when they're talking about, oh, like I use this much on my hair, and I'm like, okay, so should I like triple that? Like your hair looks more than half the length of mine. However, like how dense is it? Because my hair is not crazy dense, but it is more dense than some. So I don't know, that was the hardest learning curve for me. So in the beginning I used way too much, and so then I cut back and I used not enough. So then I had like just really frizzy, crazy hair because I was trying not to brush it, but it just didn't have enough product to help tame the frizz, and it was a mess. So that's what I feel like I finally got a grip and a handle on when it comes to my hair, and that's about it, because I feel like I still wouldn't call my hair like true wavy hair. It's just kind of like, I don't know what I call this, because I know most of it was got because I had it in a braid, so I feel a bit like a fake. But like I said, at the same time, like when I do my hair and let it dry, I have a lot more success, especially the first day or two, but the braid just kind of prolongs it for me so that I don't have to feel like I need to refresh as much. But anyway, this is going to be my look. Let me go ahead and put on a lipstick, or I'll just do a lip gloss. I'm feeling more lazy, and call it a day. This is Brown Sugar from DJ's Unique Boutique. It's really glossy, doesn't give a lot of color, but definitely like just makes my lips look natural but healthy and shiny, and not like they're so dry and crusty like they usually are. No one told me there's food in my teeth. Oh, I hate when that happens. So anyway, yeah, this is going to be it for my look. I'm gonna go ahead and stick up close-ups like I do whenever I have these casual Katie get ready with me here, right here at the end. I really like how it turned out. I feel like it's a lot more like intense, and like the color's a lot more punchy than I was expecting just looking at the palette. So that's a welcome discovery for me. Like, not to say that I was like disappointed in the color, but I thought it would just be more of like that springy type of makeup. But this is very pretty, very colorful, and I'm excited to continue using it to kind of mix around and mix the, you know, the rows up and see what kind of looks I can get. I love the, like I said, I love the layout of it, that you could just go straight down the row and get a monochromatic look, or you can play around with it and put them in different areas to really play around with the color story and play around with the colors to see what you could create. I like that there's lighter shades, darker shades. It's just a really nicely well done palette. Also too, I didn't even say in the beginning, but the quality of the palette is really nice. I don't know if they're like handmade or anything. What does this say? 12-month shelf life, recyclable, certified, cruelty free, vegan, It doesn't say anything about like handmade or anything like that, but this is like raised on there almost like it was glued down, and the words are really shiny. I don't know, and it also feels like that faux leather feel. A really special feel, like a special touch to it, especially with this being raised. I think that's a really pretty special touch. So yeah, I've been super impressed. I really like the eye look and I'm excited to continue trying it. The brushes also were really nice. I mean, they're short, so I feel like I'm not going to reach for them too often, but all of the ones I use except for the big blending brush, I feel like I would use again. I don't know the price of it to say if it's worth it or not, but if you're wanting a kind of complete set when it comes to travel brushes, I feel like this gives you, you know, it gives you more than most because it does have, you know, like a contour and setting brush, and then 4 for your eyes. The only thing it didn't have was something for my lid, so I was happy with that. But yeah, with all that said, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and if you enjoyed this content, if you want to continue getting daily content from me, I'm over on Instagram. I'm LadyKatie92 over there, and I post reels, makeup tutorials, close-up eye pictures, flat lays, all that sort of thing, so I can see you over there, LadyKatie92. And with all that said, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye guys.